Okay, we are live one more time, and today we are talking about how to become a life coach in your life. All of you who want to become a life coach, type in life coach in the chat window because today's topic is very special to my heart, not only because it's something that has become my profession, my passion, but I know that a lot of you also have the same passion that you want to convert into profession. The best part is today we have another coach, Imran sir, who's going to interview me. I'm going to interview him. We're going to have kind of a what we call a jugalbandi, kind of a question answer session to understand how we can all become a life coach, what it means to be a life coach, what does it really do for us as a coach, as a person, what challenges we face, how do we make money, how do we attract blessings, how do we feel every night when we sleep. All of those details we'll talk about from our personal life. This is not going to be a very formal webinar. It's going to be like a very open question answer session between me and Imran sir. Some of you can also, by the way, ask questions. Indu will be available right now with us. She'll keep looking at the chat window as you're asking questions. I will also look at the chat window. And if some of your questions are very important and relevant regarding how to become a life coach, we'll cover those questions as well. Are you ready? Let's get going now. So everyone type in R for ready in the chat window now. Okay, so let's bring in Imran sir. Hey Imran, welcome today. This is going to be kind of a jugalbandi between both of us, like about how we both became coaches and how everybody can here also become a life coach and make a difference in people's life. So thank you for taking the time and being part of this video again and being live with our audience.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mitesh.
Mitesh.
It's
It's
always a
always a
pleasure
pleasure
to
to
be
be
here,
here,
and
and
super excited to connect with you. And let's share with each one of them and inspire them to take on the journey which we took on. And today we are blessed to have a beautiful community. So much of transformation is happening, and so much of learning is happening.
Awesome. So I'm just going to quickly check once about the echo. I've made some change. Indu, can you check one more time?
Echo.
There was an echo. Indu, sorry, Imran, say something again. Let's see if there's another echo again this time.
Right. Everybody, are you able to hear us clear? I think we are all good to go. So check with you and let us know. Type in clear if you're clear. Do you see any echo? Type in echo if you see any echo.
Indu, what do you say now?
It's fine now.
It's fine now? Okay, good. All right, good. So we are fine. Starting now again, as you said, yes, ready to start sharing our life with people. What do you say, Imran?
Excited?
Awesome. So the objective is by the end of this call, we share as much as we can authentically from our life so that not only we can inspire people to be who we are today as a life coach, convert that into a profession, but also maybe give them some guidelines from our life about the advantages, the disadvantages of our life, which because normally people can only see the glory part of our coaching industry and us as a coach sometimes. But let's talk about everything today. Maybe we'll even answer some of the questions in the chat window. Is that good?
Yes, I'm super excited. Let's do this.
Awesome. So let's start with the first question. I think the way we'll do it is beautifully about, and by the way, just for all of you to know, we've not prepared anything for this. I and Imran is just going to go very spontaneous right now. So some of you are welcome to even ask questions. I'm going to start with a very good question, which I think both of us will answer one at a time, but I'll ask Imran to go first. Imran, what is in your point of view, what is life coaching? How would you define that for people?
Okay. Because see, when I started looking at life coach, and I should tell you, today people are in a very better space than how we all started. Because when we were starting as a coach, we already had only people to look up to. Like वो
Yeah.
कर रहे हैं, तो हमें उनको उन जैसा बनना है. But nobody gave us any strategies. Nobody gave us the structure. I wish you were there and you could have given the strategy which you were giving to other members. I was there in your call yesterday. Such a beautiful blueprint. Because when I started, I'm sure you will relate to this. We actually learned in a way of by doing it trial and error. हमने किया, we saw it's working, we saw it's not
True.
working, and what was working, we would continue it forward. But we never had any strategy. And to be very honest, कल मैं आपके सेशन में था और and dear audience, I wanted to tell you this. मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि content is the king. मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि यार हमारे पास मैनुअल होना चाहिए, हमारे पास कंटेंट होना चाहिए, मेरे पास बेहतरीन इंफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए. And I was actually sitting there and realizing, yes, when I evolved as a trainer, I realized I started focusing more on the result than the process. Mitesh, tell us a little bit on how did you realize this? Because मैं जब ट्रेनर बना, मैं तो बैठकर नोट्स बनाता था क्लासरूम जाने से पहले, सेशन जाने से पहले, और मैं देखकर लोगों को बताता था कि I used to feel so good by giving them more information. And later on in my life, I realized they are sitting for results, not for information. So, Mitesh, how did you
That's true.
crack this? Because it is such a beautiful insight.
Well, honestly, I realized it from my own failures because when I became a trainer, like I think anybody else, or like a coach like anybody else, I started copying people. okay, where I would listen to other people's coaching content and I would try to write everything down. And then when I would go in my coaching program, I would try to repeat everything and replicate everything that I've heard. For an example, I learned from Tony Robbins, I learned from Jack Canfield. I would write down notes from their books, listen to their audios, write down everything, and then I would try to repeat that. And then the problem that happened was I repeated exactly what they said, as good as what they said. I sometimes was arrogant enough to believe I spoke better than they did. Okay, I was arrogant enough to believe that. And in spite of that, it bombed. And when I say bombed, some programs, मतलब लोगों ने band बजा दी मेरी. Okay, I'm being very honest about it. And when that happened, I got really curious about why is this happening? And I went back to my mentor, Sahil. You know, Sahil is my spiritual mentor. And he was the one who made me realize that what you're giving to people right now is content, but what you're missing is the energy. Is that somewhere inside you, you've not lived this content. You're just transferring the content to them without living it actually. And that is why people can feel the inauthentic energy, the lie inside you. People can feel that. And from that failure of mine, I realized that content is nothing. Energy is everything. If we transfer the energy of who we truly are, that is who we really transfer to people as a life coach, not content at all. What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, I completely align with that because I also realized I used to feel that I know I did an amazing session. And the end of it, the feedback was the session was good, but what happened to them, what they took back home was not. So I just made them feel good, but not really take some actions to it. And very true. And those of you watching this session, if you're able to connect with this, you thought all this while content is the king, but what is more important, it is the result which you're going to give as a outcome to your participants. So everybody say bulb on movement if you got present to that. Thank you
Everyone
everybody
type
for
in
being
BO Balbon if you understood what he said. Focus on creating results for your students, not transferring content to them. Because if people go away with a lot of knowledge and if they can't use that knowledge to create any result in their life, all that knowledge that we transferred is just useless. What people really care about eventually is the results. And once you learn how to create results for people as a life coach, people are willing to pay you premium. How many of you agree with that? Type in I in the chat window. People are willing to pay you premium only for results, not for content, right? Awesome. So another good question here is, since we started about, what are the things that we need to avoid in life coaching? I'll come back to my primary question again. If you had to define life coaching, what is life coaching? How would you define that, Imran, as per your point of view?
Uh, for me, life coaching is not a program which you deliver. Life coaching is not a content which you're there to, execute. It's a way of life. For me, coaching is basically a way of life, like how you define every dimension of your life, every aspect of your life, may it be in career, health, and everything. You take one area of your life, you polish it off, you remove all the self-doubt, you remove all the credibility you're thinking about whether you will do this or not, and then take it forward. So I realized this because I thought this is a good business, it's a good revenue making thing. Then I know there was a point in my life I realized money is just the byproduct. What is more
Yeah.
important is that what you actually do it. By saying this, I'm not saying money is not important because I also completely in alignment. Only money can do what money can do,
Yeah.
but it's not the only thing which we do life coaching for. For us, it's basically contributing to the society and creating the results. And when we go back to sleeping, that's where we sleep more peacefully because we added one. We saved somebody's life. We made them
True.
realize the potential they have, and that's what it is for me. It's a way of life in simple
Amazing.
language.
That's so beautifully said. It's a way of life. Everyone type in the chat window, way of life. It's who you are as a person. That's really amazing. And if I had to answer the same question, because I said let's take one question and give both point of views to people, right? So if I had to answer that question, life coaching is about helping people to develop the skills to live their life effectively. Write this down, everyone. Life coaching is helping people to develop the skills to live their life effectively. The problem is that most of us have already been given skills to only have professional success. So our entire schooling, our entire education system only trains us for professional success, not for life success. What do I mean by that? An MBA graduate passes out from IIM and becomes very successful by getting a great job, finds good money, all of that is fine. But the moment it comes to having a good relationship, they get a divorce. The moment it comes to taking care of their health, unfortunately, they keep putting on weight and they don't know how to exercise every day. They don't have the willpower to maintain their own exercising strength every day. The moment it comes to handling relationships in the office with conflict management with their bosses, they don't know what the hell to do with that. Only reason is because nobody has trained us for these life skills. And from my point of view, I think what life coaching is really giving people the ability to coach people with the required life skills which nobody has given us in our life to actually live our life effectively in the area of health, relationships, career, and money. So everyone type in life skills in the chat window if you agree with that we all need to develop our life skills to have an effective life, because I have observed the difference between people who are ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary people may have the great education, but what I've seen the extraordinary people have is whether they have the education or not in their life, they definitely seem to have the life skills. What do you say about that, Imran?
So, Mitesh, can we say this? Life coaching is all about education of self. It's about understanding the success, failure, and who you become in the process,
Yeah,
rather than actually looking at on the mask card or on your progress card, right? So,
absolutely.
can we say that it's basically, I think this is divine. If you can find out more about yourself and educate about your own self, which the school and the college doesn't talk about it because they're more focused on the curriculum. And I think this is amazing. So how many of you are amazed with this? Type in everybody divine, type in D on the chat box if you see that this is about you. This is about education of self. It's not about how you mix oxygen and hydrogen. It's all about how you actually bring in that elements in your life. Mitesh, I was
Absolutely.
also attending your session and being with you for 1 year, and this is for everybody. I have a pleasure of calling Mitesh, my business partner, my friend, my mentor, and being with him for quite some time now. I realized one aspect about coaching. You know what? He is very passionate about it, and he is operating from one domain. It's not about how much he knows, it's not about him, it's about the community. I have always seen you always thinking about the community, coming out with programs, coming out with different modalities, how they can take action. Because where does this passion come from? Because most of us become life coaches to make money and create an identity for ourselves, but how do we develop this compassion towards our community and students?
Well, honestly, many years ago when I started the whole dream of starting to becoming a trainer or a coach, there are two needs that we fulfill as human beings that comes from life coaching and why people get attracted to this beautiful field of life coaching. One of this is what makes a successful coach, but the second is what makes a failure coach. Now, I started with the second one. I should have started with the first one, but I started with the second one. And I got attracted to the fame that life coaching business can give us. Like when I heard about Tony Robbins flying in his helicopter, living in a castle, signing autographs for people in his books, I thought I wanted all of that. How many of you feel that is what attracts most of us when we want to become a life coach? We want to become celebrities. We want to have that fame. Type in fame in the chat window if you agree with that. I started with that mistake. Where the purpose of being a coach for me was fame at that time. And very soon I realized that that was the biggest mistake. And I learned that from Tony Robbins when I was attending his program called Date with Destiny a few years ago, personally with him in Australia. And that program, he changed what he said, my needs of life. And instead of fame, I came to the first purpose of actually being in the life coaching industry, and that is serving and contributing. Once I switched that, I realized what you were saying in the beginning about 5 minutes before. You said, we sleep peacefully today when we serve. And I can really feel that now from the day I switched my purpose of coaching from fame to serving, from money to serving. I'm not saying, like you said, I love making money too, but now the number one focus is serving. Once I switched it, I realized that not only could I make money from here, I could be happy and fulfilled and satisfied in the end of the day. And I'll give you an amazing experience from today's DMP that we were doing at 9 p.m. today. There's a lady called Meena ji. She hardly speaks English, very humble, very nice human being, and mostly speaks Marathi, in fact. She comes on, she's a part of our Platinum membership now. She became a Hope Nopno healer and became a coach with us now. And today in DMP, she shared with us that her friend came to her house just a few days ago and told her that she's committing suicide. Okay, the friend, her neighbor comes to her house and says, I'm committing suicide and I'm going by. And I don't know what happened to her. She literally came to say bye to Meena ji. And Meena ji said, okay, if you want to commit suicide, you have a few minutes for me, right? So don't go. Wait for a few minutes with me. And for the first time, she applied her life coaching skills that she learned with us. She did some Hope Nopno for her. She did some life coaching skills for her. And in half an hour, this lady goes from wanting to commit suicide to being committed to having a good relationship with her husband, because for 7 years they've been struggling and fighting with each other. For more than 1 month, they were fighting so badly that they were not talking to each other as husband and wife. That's why she was committing suicide. But in half an hour, Meena ji was able to transform her. And the next day, the same lady comes to her and she says, I and my husband are talking again. We are on talking terms. For the first time after many months, he had my cup of tea with my hands. And that feeling was just awesome. I can just understand what Meena ji must be feeling right now, that she saved a life. So I can totally relate with what you said, that the number one need, once we focus on serving, then this kind of experiences, this kind of satisfaction, it just gets you addicted to that. I'm sure you have many such experiences to share. What would you say as a life coach?
Definitely. Everybody type in powerful on the chat box because Mitesh ji, आप जब ये बोल रहे थे, I realized one thing. You as a teacher, as a coach, you creating results, it has a different
Yeah,
energy to it. But when you see your students creating results, I
yeah,
think that's a different high altogether, and
completely.
you're completely high together. And Mitesh ji, just to add on to what you're saying, and this is for the audience, if you're sitting there and watching us, Mitesh ji, I realized one thing. We all learn from our mistakes, and I learned one important lesson being with you. You always say, don't learn from your mistakes, learn from a expert, right? Learn from a superior authority, learn from a
True.
person who's already there in the field, who has done it. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're sitting there and wondering, Imran, do we need to also undergo that grind which you all went? Mitesh, had to experience all the failures to become what he became today. You don't have to do that. That's the reason why we're sitting and talking to you, is because it's doable. Me and Mitesh ji are ordinary people with an extraordinary mission, and that's what made us different than who you are. So if you can get your why right, I think everything is going to fall in a place. Mitesh ji, tell us about this beautiful statement which you always say: "Don't learn from your mistakes, learn from the experts." So please tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, perfectly. Because we do a lot of trial and error with our own life. Everyone type in T and E, trial and error. We keep doing trial and error with our life. We want to lose weight, we keep doing trial and error. We want to have a great relationship with our life partner, we keep doing trial and error. We want to have a great career, we keep doing trial and error with our career. With our financial life, we keep doing a lot of trial and error. And the biggest, stupidest statement I've heard in my life is learn from your mistakes. Never learn from your mistakes. It's super expensive. You really want to learn from an expert. What I mean by that is, why should I repeat 10 years of mistakes in handwriting or graphology when I know Imran sir, who's an absolute master at graphology, who can just look at a signature and identify 128 characteristics about a human being just by looking at one signature? You took years to learn that. Why should I invest all that time again? It is stupid. Everyone type in stupid if you agree with me. That is stupid. To invest so many years again that he has. If I can just learn directly from him, I could learn the same thing from him in one day. Like, to give you a real life example right now. Imran sir, if you had to really tell me how much time and money did you invest in learning graphology and mastering it, how much time and money would you say?
Uh, I still remember, I belong to an era where even shipments coming from the international countries was
Yeah,
difficult. I'm
super
talking about,
expensive.
yeah, 2012, 2011. I remember my bill was already 12 lakh rupees then, because the internet was
Wow.
so quickly. I had to wait outside to make calls. I underwent training over the phone calls. So that time, 12 lakh rupees, and until now it's about 19 years of
Wow.
grinding.
So 12 lakhs of money invested and 19 years of time invested in mastering this, right? And today you can just look at one signature and you can tell 128 things about a human behavior just by looking at the signature. If you had to today teach this to any YouTuber here, everyone type in I if you want to learn how to do that. If you had to teach that to any one YouTuber here today, how much time would it really technically take? If you sit with that person one on one, like a coach, maximum how much time can it take to learn everything about a person's signature? Will it take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 19 years like you? I hope you're not going
uh,
to charge us 12 lakhs for that.
no. And by the way, 12 lakh rupees of 2012 is equivalent to about 40 lakh rupees of today.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I don't need hours. I don't need days. Just give me 40 minutes of your life. Sit with me. I will tell you what your signature is
Wow.
speaking to you. And in the process, you will go back with information not only to look into your signature, but anybody else. So 40 minutes is good enough to get started. Yes, possible.
Amazing. Amazing. 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, anybody can learn how to identify anybody's signature and read 128 things in their life. And to give you another example, just like signature, the way he says 40 minutes, I say, give me half a day of your life and I will teach you how to read a person like a book. Why they feel what they feel, why they think what they think, why they believe what they believe. You can predict their past, you can predict their present, you can predict their future in just half a day's exercise by learning human behavior. It took me more than 1 crore of my own money and many, many years of experience to be able to perfect this science. But today we've got a formula because we've learned and mastered this over a period of time. Now we can just transfer this learning to people in just half a day. Imagine being able to do that. Like, what do you say about that, Imran? You remember once when we were talking about a particular doctor in your group who's a homeopathic doctor, I remember.
The
And
doctor,
that
and
doctor
using
was able to replicate your learnings and do it so fast that he was able to do something for his brother, which was extraordinary.
yeah. One look at the handwriting, and he was able to identify the challenges the brother is undergoing in terms of his liver, specific body organ, and then he identified the psychosomatic aspect of it. Had a conversation with the brother, took him to the medical, check, and now he's working on him not only on the physical aspect but also on the mental aspect of it.
Wow. Amazing. Everyone type in amazing if you think that's amazing, that you don't have to learn from your mistakes. You can directly learn from someone who's mastered it and being able to just transfer that knowledge to you. That's what we're offering you in our life coaching program, by the way. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That's right. Tomorrow morning, I know I'm giving you very short time to all of you. But those of you who are ready, type in R for ready in the chat window. If you want to become a life coach, and if you want to learn from people like us, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we start a life coaching certification course. And in 2 days, I promise you, we'll transfer you everything to you, which we've learned over a period of last 20 years in our life. Okay. But while I talk about that, one more amazing point I want to talk to you about, Imran. The moment we talk about coaching, everybody only thinks about success, money, being able to help people. As a burden of responsibility, I also want you to talk to people about what is the burden of responsibility on a coach? Because nobody talks about that.
Yeah, nobody talks about it. Like, I know when the session starts, there's so many hungry eyes looking at you that what is that which you're going to give it to us today? And you actually, handle all the burden of the expectations your audience have with you. And sometimes you have your own expectations on yourself that, okay, I have to deliver this much, I have to create this much of sales and upgrade so many things. And that's it, pretty much of a pressure. And that's what, Mitesh, when I started as a coach, one of the things, hesitations I had to get onto there is to handle this type of a pressure, take care of the expectation matching and expectation delivery also there. And those of you watching this, I saw Mitesh's presentation not only today but also the previous batch when we talked about life coaching. He has made things so easy. Trust me when I say this. When I look at the way the amount of information, structures, systems, processes you're going to get as part of the program which is starting tomorrow, it's simply going to make your step as easy as take this step, do this, and do that, and this is the results happening. Mitesh, tell us about the blueprint which you're going to be sharing with us tomorrow in the session which you're starting. And I also want you to tell us, does it really require so much of preparation to come, or I just have to be there, show up tomorrow, and things will be there? Because I know it's a short notice, but I
Yeah.
can still make it tomorrow. Can I still be part of the program tomorrow?
Absolutely. There are only two big commitments. One is obviously the small financial commitment, because once the financial commitment is there, you know you're there for life. But the second big commitment is not to say that you're going to learn everything tomorrow and day after tomorrow only, but to continue learning. Everyone type in CL if you're ready to continue learning, because your learning doesn't stop day after tomorrow, after the program completes. It starts tomorrow morning and then it continues forever. Like I and Imran sir, we even learned today about life coaching. So to answer that question to you, for tomorrow morning, can you start tomorrow morning? Yes, absolutely. What am I going to cover in the life coaching program tomorrow and day after tomorrow? The day one is going to be all about reading the person like a book as a life coach, because the more you can diagnose a person's life properly, the more you can help them improve their frequency, the more you can help them improve their life and their life coaching skills. The second part that we will cover tomorrow, the whole day, is I'm going to give people ready-made model and content both. I'm going to give them ready-made model and content both to coach anybody one-on-one in 4 areas of life: health, relationships, career, or money. So let's say if somebody wants to start coaching in health and they want to help people lose weight, I will teach people how to have an exact model that can give people guaranteed results to start making anything between 30,000 to 50,000 rupees a month in their very first month after they learn tomorrow. The second thing, they're going to get a ready-made model and content to do relationship coaching. So to give you an example, I have the skills today which I've developed over a period of 20 years. You give me any couple that wants to divorce, if they are willing to work on their marriage and you give them 45 minutes with me, in 45 minutes I can make them fall in love with each other again. And they will walk away from my office hugging each other with tears in their eyes, feeling the same love they felt for each other the first day of their marriage. It's actually possible to do that. I've done it with hundreds of marriages already. Now, the good news
Wow.
is people, they don't have to repeat all my learnings for 20 years. I can just take my 20 years of learning, put it in a formula, and give it to people tomorrow. That's the agenda for tomorrow. Third, a ready-made model and content for career coaching, which means how a lot of people who join me, suddenly they start getting a job, suddenly they start making more money, because career and money, they are very specific in terms of some limiting beliefs that people have. The biggest problem in career and money is people don't take action. How many of you agree with
Wow.
that? On chat window here, type in I in the chat window if you agree. The problem is not that people don't know what to do. The problem is people just don't do it. People
Do
don't
it, yeah.
take action. You must have heard this one word on Google, which is the highest keyword searched in the world. It's called motivation. And the irony is, it's the highest searched word on the entire internet called motivation, and it's the lowest practiced word in the world. Because motivation is a skill. People don't know how to motivate themselves, how to motivate others. I'll give people a ready-made model and content that they're able to motivate anybody in their life to be able to take the right action to upgrade their career, their financial life. And the biggest thing that we are promising is by tomorrow evening, they will have this guarantee that they'll have their first paid client within 30 days as a life coach. So there's
Amazing.
more on day 2, which is all about selling, marketing, expanding their business, making 6 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakh rupees a month as a life coach. All of that comes on the second day. But the first day is all about serving, serving, and serving. And to get those models ready, which I have developed over a period of the last 20 years, some I've learned from you, to be able to transfer them to that content so that they don't have to invest 20 years of their life. They can just start coaching this month and start creating results for their clients. That's what's
Great.
happening in the next 2 days.
If I sum it up, whatever you said is like, if you want to be an amazing trainer or a coach, you need to be a better student first, and that's how everything starts. So you're going to start your journey tomorrow as a weekend, and then you continue to keep learning and keep evolving as a trainer. My dear friends, if you're watching this, you need to know this. We are not here just to give you one shot into this in a program, but we are committed to handhold you and take you further into this journey ongoingly. So, Mitishji, I know that when somebody joins, they become a life member with you and they continue to learn with you for life with one-time investment. Is that what the reality is about the program? Because every program I attended, I have to pay renewal fees every month, every year, and I have to pay for the material extra, everything. So how is that, I pay only once and I get value for life? This is something which is remarkable. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the deal is simple. I made this commitment to myself that when I want to work with people, I want to work with people in such a way that it should be a one-time investment and lifetime learning. Simple as that. So yes, the course fees is high, but the moment people make that investment, it's not for a few days, it's for a few years, it's for an entire lifetime. So if you
Wow.
divide that by 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it'll literally come to like 400, 500 rupees a day, maybe even 100 rupees a day over a period of years. And that is why the commitment is not only that they will become a life coach, but they will also be part of my platinum membership. For the first time, we're offering the platinum membership free as a bonus, as part of the life coaching program, because as you correctly said, I strongly believe they need to be a student before they start teaching. And the
So
platinum
within
membership will help them becoming great students as well.
platinum member, that means I get all the programs of the platinum. I get to do Hope certification. I get to do your wealth mastery and NLP. All this as a bonus if I just sign up with you as
That's
the
it.
life coaching program. Ladies and gentlemen, this is remarkable right now. And if you have not yet signed up, I think you should take this plunge. What you have to do right now is we're going to share the details with you on the chat box right now. Click on the link, make a block payment, get on a call with us, clarify all your queries, and then get on the bandwagon tomorrow because that is the thing which is happening. And I want to tell you this, Miteshji, I realized something sitting here. I did my BCA, I did my computer application, bachelor's in computer application degree, and that time I invested close to about 6 lakh rupees
Yeah.
only to learn something which I'm not practicing right now in my life. And you're promising people investment not only to learn something, but as a way of life, as a career, as a blueprint, and everything. I think this is a no-brainer. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're sitting there and if you're looking for a right space to grow in this ever-growing and the amazing world of coaching, I think you should take the plunge. So, can we have the link? And Mitesh, would you like to tell us about the pricing and other details? How do we go about that?
Perfect. So the link is over here. Indu will also add that link in the chat window right now. It's miteshkhatri.com/life coach. This link is to block yourself right now if you're 100% committed to be a life coach. The block amount is only for 10,000 rupees. That's it. But for you to be qualified to attend tomorrow morning, you need to pay the full fees or the first installment, depending on how you want to join. Now, as you correctly said, normally it takes about 6 lakh rupees of minimum investment for a program like this. But we've decided to give this program at just 3.5 lakhs as a one-time investment and lifetime learning for people, which will include not only all the life coaching skills that we will give to people about how they can become a life coach, but the commitment that they can become not only life coach, but start making 6 lakhs a month within 1 year. That's the commitment that I'm giving to people. The second commitment is platinum membership completely free so that you get lifetime learning with me with, I don't know how many courses do we have here. If I had to just show you one glimpse here, this is the number of courses
And
that
Mitesh,
you're going to
life
get here.
and platinum itself is 3.5 lakh rupees, is what I remember.
That's right.
And you're saying
Platinum
that
itself is 3.5 lakhs.
I pay once and I get two programs, which is close to 7 lakh rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not yet signed up, do that right now. All that you have to do is block it today and you can discuss with us. We will support you to give you clarity. And you know what we do? We also deduct all the investments. If you already bought any program with us, we actually happily deduct that and give you the balance payable. And that's what it is. So, Mitesh, what are the bonuses as part of the program?
Okay, so I'm going to share this link first in the chat window for all of you because some
Yes,
of you
please.
said you can't click on it. So now you should be able to click on that link. And the bonus is, first of all, the entire platinum is a bonus, right? Because platinum people are not paying for it at all. All these courses that they are seeing right now on the screen, all of these advanced LOA, wealth mastery, relationship mastery, leadership mastery, health mastery, all of these programs comes free to them the moment they become a life coach, because if they are not students, they will not be able to become a coach successfully. So all of this is free. The courses are worth 17 lakhs 50,000 rupees, and still the fees for them one time for life coaching is only 3.49998, which is a total of about 3.5 lakhs. Right now, what they need to pay is only one amount, which is 10,000 rupees. Because it's a huge commitment, we are willing to give them an installment, which means they can pay in 5 installments, which comes to about 70,000 rupees per month. For them to qualify to attend tomorrow morning, either they need to make the full payment tonight or they need to make the first installment tonight, which is 70,000 rupees. Now, in order to do that, after they make the first payment, we're doing something very exceptional. The moment they join right now, on their WhatsApp, they will receive a Zoom link, which we will send to them in about the next 10 to 15 minutes once they join. I will personally meet them on Zoom in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll do a special orientation with all of them tonight because it's just tomorrow morning that we are starting. It's a life-changing decision, so it's important that I answer all their questions. And in that orientation, we'll answer all their questions. And if they commit at that time to pay their first installment of 70,000, they're welcome to join tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Mitesh, hats off to your commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get this. Mitesh is so committed that he just does not want you to sign up, because joining program is the easiest thing, right? Swipe a card and you're there. But look at Mitesh is committed. He wants you to be there in the orientation. He wants you to understand what you're getting into and how do you get into plan your journey into it. I think that's the beauty. If I was in that space, I would have just joined the program because I will get to meet Mitesh in in the orientation call where he is providing me clarity and giving me the action plan, what will happen tomorrow morning, and how I will be learning with other students along with me. I think it's a no-brainer. So I want to take this moment, Mitesh. I want to stop you there and tell how many of you have signed up. Go ahead, type in your name, me already, and how many of you are going to be joining us tomorrow morning? Type in me on the chat box. Go ahead. Here's the link one more time. And if you're already registered, show up your name there, and it's coming there. Amazing.
So
Shifali, welcome to the
Shafali is saying
program.
she's not able to click on the link. Shafali, that's the link for you, miteshkhatri.com/lifecoach.
Amazing. So they just have to sign up today and they meet you in the orientation, and that is only possible if you make a block payment of 10,000 rupees. Ladies
That's
and
right.
gentlemen, it's a no-brainer. You get a platinum, you get all the programs, one-time investment, lifetime learning. I think you're in for an amazing, amazing deal. So go ahead, sign up right now. Mitesh, I also understand there's so many trainers popping up every single day, and I see people who are not even having a clear background, they're into the field right now. So somewhere I also feel from the perspective of the audience, don't you think there too many trainers happening right now, too many people getting into this domain, because it's attractive, it's amazing. But Mitesh, what do you have to say on this?
Well, we need more and more coaches. How many people are there in this country right now? 1.2 billion people. How many
Gee.
of them are having problems? All of them. How many people have people who are qualified to support them? Not even 0.001%. So do we need a lot of coaches? Absolutely. Is there a lot of market demand for it? Absolutely. Let me show you something crazy here. So I was just doing this research and we came to know that As per market research, more than $41.8 billion was the market research in 2021. This is just 21 I'm talking about. And actually, right now, at this point of time, the market says that the market size is more than $100 billion. That's the market
Wow.
size. Now, question is, how much do you want to make out of it? I have not even reached 0.00001% of that $100 billion. And I don't think I'm trying to make $20 billion or something right now. I'm not looking at the 20% market share right now. I'm just looking at 0.01% share and I'll still be a billionaire. So is there market share? Lots. Is there a lot of people who need help? Huge. And that's where I love one of the things that you always say. That's one of my favorite statements that you say. People who need help are not going to come knocking to your door. Sometimes you have to go knock on their door, open that up. If they don't open their door, bang their door, bloody break their door sometimes, bring them out of their house and take them outside to change their life. Sometimes as a life coach, you have to do that. And so, yes, there's enough people, but there are not enough people to help.
Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I clarified one important question. Don't sit there and say that everybody is becoming coach. You don't have to be. No, that's the world needs you. So please get up, take action, and then create it. Mitesh, what I also want to clarify is that, correct me if I'm right. You are saying that you will help me, whatever content I know, you will help me to execute that. And plus, you're also giving me your content, which you have designed, created modules, which I'll also get access to if I become the life coach. Is it correct? Which I
That's
got
right.
it
So
right?
tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I'll be giving people ready-made content, which is my content. So let's say you're already a coach and you obviously have your own content. Tomorrow, I'll be giving you ready-made content for health, relationship, career, and money, all 4 areas of life. And the commitment is that in the first 30 days, you'll be able to use this content and you'll have your first paid client as a life coach if you've not already started.
So you're saying that all the 20 years of experience, what you have fine-tuned as a material, which is working not only on the individual level, on the corporate level, on the in large scale level, I have access to that if I sign up. Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen, what are you waiting for? I think you should press that link button right now. And number two is, Mitesh, when I started this life coaching, marketing, reaching out to people was my biggest challenge. I know deep down most of us want to become a coach, but marketing is something which we don't know. We
yeah,
don't know where to invest the money, and we are little not really sure whether it is the right space to invest on Facebook advertisement and YouTube. So, will you help us with that strategy also?
well,
What's your
not
take
just
on?
help. I'll give you my marketing strategy. Simple as that.
Wow. So, say that again. You're just saying that you're going to give me your
Yeah.
entire strategy, that how it is working for you.
That's it. Because if I try to teach everything which took me 20 years to learn, it's just going to take so much time. So I thought, why not just take my strategy, what is already working for me? I know it's a blueprint. I know it's successful. I'm making good money. You're making good money. We know the strategy is working. So I'm just going to take this marketing strategy day after tomorrow, which is the second day of the life coaching business, and just give it to people and say, just replicate this, you will get results. I'll give you an example. So we did this in the Hope to Upno certification course, where I gave people a simple marketing strategy that has worked for me at just one level of course. That was not even life coaching. And together, all the Hope Nopno healers together who've become healers with us, they together total have crossed about 1.5 crores of income by learning the marketing strategies of Hope Nopno healing without putting any money in advertisement. Okay.
So you're saying that students have made so much of money, 1.5 crore
That's right.
rupees, just by applying your strategies and just in the one level of the program, and that's not even a life coaching program.
Nope.
Wow. And I don't know what is still making you wait. So go ahead, everybody, click the button, sign up with us, and do explore the possibility of investing on your own self. I completely agree with you, Niteshi, and this is for everybody. This program is for you. Okay, even if it is life coaching is not your calling, be there to find out what are you really made up of, what is your big why, what are your value systems, what is how you operate your life well, and that's where everything gets created. So if you're looking at not only creating a business out of it, but also if you're just looking at improvising on your own life skills, I think you should be there. So Mitesh,
Awesome.
two important reasons what I want you to tell them why they should be taking action today, why they should be pressing that button right now, why they should be doing that. Tell us
Okay.
two reasons.
So, first, obviously, the biggest reason is if they want to master their own life. Because the best blessing a life coach has is everything they start teaching, the burden comes on them for start practicing it. Because the more we speak, the more we hear. I remember my mentor said, one of the reasons people become life coaches because they're so arrogant they don't learn from other people. So they have to teach so that they can hear from themselves. Okay. So I think a lot of us, the biggest advantage that we're going to get is the more you teach, the more you will learn. That's the first biggest advantage. The second biggest advantage is that not only do you make a lot of money, but you make a lot of blessings in this field. You will actually sleep every night feeling peaceful, satisfied, knowing that the work that you're doing is never going to die. You may die, your work will never die. That's the best part about this profession. So those are, I think, the two best outcomes why people must join this program and to become a life coach.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that wonderful conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations if you already signed up. This is going to be the biggest life-changing decision you have made for yourself. And if you have not made that, the best way to reach out to us is make a block payment, get onto a clarity call with us, and we will be happy to take you further. So, Mitesh, any concluding thing you want to tell them? I'm super excited about tomorrow's session where people are going to be coming and attending. And I was told there are close to about 300 people already ready, and they're going to be
Registered.
showing up tomorrow, and they're going to get present to the thing. So, did I get the numbers right? I'm sure there are more than that, but I think
Yeah,
there
more
are
than that.
no, double than that is what
There
I
are
got
actually
it.
total more than 700 people, but out of that 300 people, we've already covered in the previous batch.
Amazing. So I'm excited. So congratulations for all of you, and thank you, Mitesh, for such a clarity. And I think this is the way forward. And ladies and gentlemen, if I had that start, what you're getting, things would have been different for us right now. But we did not have that start. We did what we did need to do, and that's why we are able to do what we're doing right now. Now you have a better start. So don't compare your present with our end result. Now you have a better start compared to
Yeah,
us. So that look at it
much
that
better
way.
start. I wish I had this start when I started off. No doubt about it. Awesome. Thank you so much, Imran, for this wonderful interview, for having this amazing camaraderie to be able to share this amazing experiences with people. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope this added a lot of value in your life. But most importantly, those of you who've already joined, congratulations. Welcome to the family. I hope that when you signed up, you put in your mobile number correctly because we'll meet you tonight during the orientation. We'll do a special orientation for all of you on Zoom. I'll personally come in there and we'll meet you. We'll talk to you to give you all the clarity about what you need to have ready for tomorrow morning. Other than the commercials, you need your mindset ready for tomorrow morning. So that part we'll cover in the orientation tomorrow. So being Harmony saying you've already joined. Yes, congratulations. Welcome to the family. What I'll do is right now, I'll just quickly share with people exactly who are the people who've already joined right now, just to give them a quick congratulations over there and to welcome them to the group.
And Mitaji, I think we should also share with them about the income your students have already made. Because I was there yesterday and you were talking about one person who actually turned around his life personally and now he's also able to generate revenue. I think we should talk about the testimonial about that. So can we have that on the screen also, please? And those of you who are sitting there and thinking, क्या ये सच में possible है? क्या हम लोग सच में ये सब कर सकते हैं? There are tons of results, and here is one of the results, which is for biggest testimony, and it's an amazing way of looking at it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so for an example, Chetan here started with just as a chartered accountant, he was making only 50,000 rupees a month. Today, as a life coach, he's making more than 2.5 lakhs a month. This is Rahul. Rahul is on the call right now. He's making more than 2 lakhs a month. He's a life coach today. In the health area specifically, he's doing really powerful. When he started off, he was focusing on content. Today, he focuses only on results. He's one of the most powerful, humble, authentic coaches that I know today of. This is Beshu. When Beshu started, she was going through herself a lot of depression. But today, she removes people out of depression because she knows the formula of what it takes to be happy, to be an amazing life coach. Not just that, this is Sandhya. Sandhya, when she started as a housewife, she was a healer. But even though she was connected with a healing organization who was teaching her healing, was not making good money. But today, after she learned the right marketing strategies, it says 4 lakhs here. This is actually an old picture. She's crossed more than 15 lakhs of revenue already as a life coach. Tomorrow morning, you will be personally meeting all these people. Most of these people will actually be there tomorrow morning. And you will hear that some of them have surpassed the income that I'm talking about right now, which is 2 lakhs a month, 3 lakhs a month, 4 lakhs a month. And my commitment is to work with all of you to be able to make much, much more than this one day. And let's have this dream that 1 year later, we share our stories with each other, that not only have we made a lot of money, but we have case studies full of books where you've helped people, got a lot of their blessings, and then let's go out for a party somewhere on a cruise. That's the manifestation.
Amazing. I hope you all are seeing this vision. Look at the compassion, look at the commitment Mitesh has for all of us. And that is something I love and adore about this person. You know what? He is more about you than himself. He's highly committed, and I really look up to you on that, Mitesh. Thank you for being
Thank you,
such
man.
an awesome person and a trainer. And I should tell you one thing, Mitesh, who you are. I see the reflection of all the people who you mentioned. I have met Rahul, I have met Vishu, I know Sandhya there, and
Yeah,
the type of frequency, the type of energy they carry is also the
actually.
same. They're highly humble. Look at Rahul is still sitting there and supporting other members there. He's sharing his breakthrough results. Sandhya always comes and says, expresses gratitude, and he's again go back to the domain of working. And this is what I want everybody to also experience. It's about you. You internally change, shift certain things, and you actually pass it on to other members there. So look at all the members there. Congratulations, Mitesh. I love to read out these names and
Yeah, please
welcome them.
do. Please do.
Yeah. So, hey Varsha, congratulations. Thank you for taking that step and welcome. Sandeep, congratulations. Welcome. Honey, welcome. Congratulations. Anir Bandas, congratulations. Welcome. Shehnaz Khan, congratulations. Welcome. Shruti, super happy to have you. Rajkumar, congratulations. Hey Veda, good job. Best decision. Hemant Kumar, congratulations. Dipti, amazing. Thank you for taking the leap of faith. Haris, Harsimran, I hope I got your
Yeah,
name right.
Harsimran, correct.
And Harshvardhan there. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for taking action. Trust me when I say this, amazing and the best choice for yourself, because who you're going to become out of this program is another person altogether. And write down this date. It's a history in making tomorrow morning. So, Mitesh, I
Perfect.
know you have
Super
your
excited
orientation
about
right
it.
now.
Waiting to meet all of them in the orientation tonight.
Congratulations, congratulations. Can we check anything announced to be announced as a final thing, because we're starting tomorrow? Anything
Yes.
to be done right now, Mitezi? How do they
Yeah,
get
they
their
just
Zoom?
need to make sure they keep an eye on their mobile immediately after they've joined. In case they don't get a message in WhatsApp in the next 10 minutes, all they need to do is send an email at the email ID that they see in the chat window right now, which is contact@miteshkhatri.com. In case they don't get a WhatsApp in the next 15 minutes, sometimes people put in their wrong mobile number, so I'm not able to contact them. But if their mobile number is correct, in the next 15 minutes, they'll get a message right now. We'll meet on Zoom, we'll do a quick orientation, and we'll start tomorrow morning. I'm super excited for that.
Great. So, congratulations, all of you who are signing up. Your life is about to get changed. So, tomorrow is going to be the history in the making. Mitesh, thank you for taking time and giving us clarity. I'm super charged up, and I'm really excited for all these members and also other 300 to 400 people who are going to get starting tomorrow. Thank you for creating this platform. Thank you for willing to share all your 18 years of experience, and not only strategies but the content, the blueprint, and every aspect of training. Thank you for being so
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you so much, Imran, for accompanying me today and always being there part of the coaching experiences for all our students. Thank you so much, everyone. See you soon. Love you all. And I will see you tonight for your orientation. If I've missed out taking on some names, if Imran sir or me or if we've missed out on taking on some names, please pardon us for that. But we'll see you in the orientation tonight. And tomorrow morning, as he said, let's create history. Bye, everyone. Take care. See you soon in the next YouTube Live. Bye-bye.